do. Right then. I think when it comes to me nipple quest, I think my nipple quest was actually successful, because I found there's one there which I've splooged. There's one there which I've splooged, and I think there's supposed to be a third one where the fan is, but there was a little, if I zoom in, there was a little hole on top, so if that's the one I think it is, I think there's a grease nipple missing. So I've just getting some over splooge and smeared it in the hole. Hopefully that's everything, and I think that's all my nipples sorted. Giggity. Right, so today I'm going to see if I can Frankenstein this, see if I can, well, straighten up that hole a bit. I've got some, well, stuff a bit like duct tape, which I think if I could just get that to sit together. What else am I doing? I've got that, this, and yeah, I think I'm going to be going underneath to see if I can start freeing off the four-wheel drive and low box levers, which is going to be fun. So I brought a hammer and some releasing spray, so we'll see how far we get with that. I've taken one of the batteries off, and that's now on charge at home, so it was low, so I'll take the other one home tomorrow and get that charged. I'm thinking I'm going to see if I can get the oil pan done in this today, which will be fun. What I'm thinking of doing, because this isn't connected to there anymore, I was thinking of just turning it round, and then that's going to be about as close to a raised air intake as you're going to get. I thought about putting a big snorkel on, but I'm not going to be going through 6 foot of water, so I'll just point that up, maybe stick a little bit of gauze or something on the front just to help keep beetles out and stuff like that. So right, I still don't know what that is, but it's supposed to, I think, lift, and then you can twist it and then it goes down. But what's it attached to? Actually, I've got absolutely no idea what that is. Oh, and I'm also going to have a look at that monstrosity and see if there's anything else, or even if I just put some new improved duct tape on. That's got to be better than that. So I don't know, I might come back to that, because I think if I disturb it too much, then I might be setting myself up for grief. So actually, I'm gonna give these things a little bash. No, point the camera in the right way. Give these a little bit of bash, straighten them up, and I'm gonna have a look in there as well. So, right, get stuck in. Right, using my ace electrical skills, that suggests to me that that fuse is knackered. I'm not quite sure what it's for, but it's for something on the left. I wonder if it's for the indicator. I'll find out in a minute. So, because I thought, seeing as it has these old-fashioned fuses, I found out apparently they're called torpedo fuses. So I managed to track some down at a place down the road. So can I get that out with one hand? Yeah. 7p that cost. Ta-da! Right, I'll fasten that up with both hands. Right, new fuse covered up. I've tried to reattach that, but as soon as you actually try and get it on, I've tried putting extra bits of tape on the end and all sorts, and it just disintegrates. So I think I'm going to get a bit of an extension something and then connect it up. That I'll figure something out. What I have done is make me improvised raised air intake. So yeah, who lives in an orange submarine? So there's that. So I'm now gonna go underneath with some penetrating spray and a hammer. I'll see you underneath. Right, I'm getting some penetrating oil in there and at the other ends, on there and the other end. So I'm going to use the persuader it's moved, I think, about a millimetre, so I think I'll do some two-handed action, see what that does. Hold on a minute. Right, it's had a few bashes, so there is a bit more movement now. So I've bashed that. I can't reach that from my position, but I've hit, if you can see, that bit, and something's happened. So I've either broken something or I've freed it off a bit. So let's go up in the cab and see if my lever will move. Right, that wouldn't do. Right, that's still not doing very much, but in a slightly different position. So if I keep hitting it, oh, it's getting there. And fairly sure that's got to be in 4-wheel drive for the low box lever to move, so there's no point in doing that. Right, I think it's going to be lots of wiggling, lots of hitting. Right, I'll head back underneath then. Hey, look at that. Yeah, bloody, yeah. Oh, unbelievable. Yeah. Oh, blimey. Right, movement. That calls for a celebration drink. Oh, jackpot. Right, I was going to go and get a crowbar just to help move things along, but I think I'll pull my levers back and forwards for a bit and then go back underneath and lube up a bit more. But yeah, fancy that. Right, once more for luck. Right, I think I'll try that from the passenger seat. Hold on. Right. Yeah. And, yeah. Right. Right, I think that's high range 2-wheel drive. I'm gonna have to go back over there to double check. So if I go here, that's 4-wheel drive, and that's not going anywhere unless that comes back with a solid clunk to put it in low box, and that's 4-wheel drive and a bit more. And that lever there, found out, is for the diff lock, which I think is vacuum operated. And I also think, because the wipers weren't working yesterday, I think they're vacuum operated as well, which would explain why they didn't work when the engine wasn't on, hopefully. So right, oh yeah, I think a bit more of that's needed, and a bit more of that. So I think I just need to pull them back and forwards a bit more. Maybe it's not. Then aha, right, they come back together. So low box I think only works if it's definitely in 4-wheel drive. So does that come back any further or not? Right, I'm sure this is very exciting, me just pulling levers back and forwards. So right, I'm going to take the other battery home, get that charged as well, and I think I'll just play with me levers a bit more, and then I'll spray some more releasing oil and stick grease into the bits where I think it's needed, and then yeah, that'll be an improvement. Get in.